What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Friday, June 10th, 2022. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Appreciate you all for being here. Happy Friday. Hope everybody's doing well. And let's take a look at the horoscope for today. Sun's at 19 degrees, makes a 10. This is definitely starting and initiating change and manifestation within your environments, people close to you. Lots of, ideas are going to pop in to our head, especially with Mercury trine Pluto exact today. This is kind of a big build up to especially with all this Taurus, North Node, Venus and Uranus, and Venus and Uranus are about to make their conjunction. So this is just, a lot of change is happening to show you more value and to show you where the pivots in life are going to have value. And there is an unpredictable factor to it. There is a shock value to it, but there's value in the shock, like I've been saying. So it's like, let the shocking things play out. We can get really sensitive and really upset. We can make things really hard on ourselves with Mars Chiron. And there is a point of humility here that we have to understand and be humble, and we have to be understanding that this new journey that got started for us, yes, it's about definition and strength and courage, but sometimes it takes courage to not know what's going to happen when something crazy or weird or out of the norm happens, and it deals with other people in life, or it deals with money, or just situations out of your control. But there's something better. Uranus always wants to take us higher, and I think that this is a moment where we're seeing that things can go higher. But that moon in Libra is a little stressed. It's square Pluto today at this time, and it's and it's also quincunx Mercury at the same time. So there's this very interesting aspect of not wanting to see, how to find this justice and how to get this thing, how to get life balanced and how to, really take the information that's presented itself and do something about it. Because there's a part of us that feels wounded by the information. There's a part of us that feels like our ego just took a hit. And maybe it did. But I think if we can still see the great value and the self-worth and the positives in what can come from the things that are taking place, there's a lot of magic. There's a lot of beauty. There's a lot of really feeling wow, I got through it, and let's go see what's on the other side. Let's go make it happen. It's very interesting for relationships. Moon in Libra square Pluto, retrograde, but it's also trine Saturn. And Eros is now square Juno. And of course with Venus and Uranus. I can't make this stuff up. It's very interesting. You're seeing where relationships are evolving, going to the next level, holding that passion, that excitement, adapting to change, and really having faith. But then you're also seeing where it's almost like God has bigger plans out there, and it's just okay, I got to roll with the change right now. I got to be able to accept shock and not feel wounded and feel strong and see where things are going to go, because it's almost yes, we're starting to see where things are going, but it's we don't still know the final outcome yet. So it's if we, want to go into this weekend thinking we know what the outcome's going to be, we don't. But through this transformation, through this understanding of what you really want to go for in life, who the right people are, even if you thought it was the right person or the right people in your life, the universe is going to make the call right now for you. And it's just, I think, being okay with defining your life based on the synchronicity and the truth and the fact that is showing up, so that you can really manifest exciting times, make things happen. It's definitely decision oriented today. There's a lot we have to step up for, and it feels a little cold with Saturn retrograde in Aquarius. It's wow, this is really what the future has. Or there's also the objectivity. It's almost the more objective we can be and step out a little bit and look at the bigger picture, things will probably start to make more sense. And it's okay, we uncovered a lot. A lot of uncomfortable things that our mind's trying to process, but ultimately we can figure it out. There's something that's going to show, even if it's not showing up just yet. But you definitely have to be strong. Mars Chiron is asking everybody to be strong right now, and it's not an easy task, I'll be honest. And the moon will quincunx Neptune as well, and come into Scorpio by the end of the night. And that's where it's at fall position, and it's going to take a hit there, and we can feel like we're going into a really, really dark place. Like Saturn just ate our babies or our loved one or our partner, and we're like, wow. It's very introspective, though. It's definitely deep. Through the depth, we're eventually going to rise up with a lot of understanding. It's a little hairy right now, if I'm being completely honest. I just think we're at a place where this is kind of into this week, and through the weekend, we're going to start to see some really big changes about where directions are going. And if you've been wondering about that new story that we've been talking about with Jupiter Mars, we're really starting to see that. And the crazy part is it's going to look so uncomfortable, and it's going to feel so vulnerable. But there's positivity. There's always a positive, and through this, there's a lot of growth and a lot of rebalancing. Maybe some people out there are just having the best time, and nothing's, heavy at all. And again, hats off to anybody right now that's not having some thing going on, especially with people. There's too much people and relationship stuff in the chart. It can feel like being true to your identity is the hardest thing right now. And that, our identities and our conscious desires are getting tested big time by fate and by something much bigger. So, wishing you all the best, of course, and I hope you have a great Friday. And it's this is intense stuff. Venus Uranus here at 16 Taurus is, whoa. Strong Venus, though, too. So it's like, remember how strong Venus is in our life right now. So, especially in Taurus, like your self-worth, your confidence through change and unpredictability. Oh my gosh. Like, we don't even know what's going to show up. It could be some of the most amazing, advanced, high vibe, high quality, everything. It'll blow your mind and give you so much value to life, but it's like testing us a little bit. King of Swords. Got to be a little cold. Got to be, this is the way it is. And I think there's something about like the truth and the fact of the matter that you just have to, it is what it is. And there's only one way to get the balance and the justice and really go through this transformation of value. And it's to know your worth. And I think it's to know you're a badass too. Like, remember that you are such a badass. You are a spiritual badass. You're a physical badass. You have made it this far through crazy times, and you haven't lost it yet. Like, you're good. Keep holding that throne of, especially mental power. Knight of Wands in reverse. Oh, I think I love you. Who the F are you? I think this is where a lot of clarity shows up about relationships and about, what we're trying to move in terms of love with and passion and excitement. A lot is getting cleared up, and, it can feel like everything's happening fast, but it's also like we can slow things down and, really see what needs to be done, what needs to be said. And the Devil reversed. Yeah, it's definitely time to let go of things that are holding us back, and maybe habits or things that we thought were in alignment, but today just kind of clearly shows that it wasn't in alignment. And it's like, are we really going to go into this weekend and keep going with, things that are actually just keeping us feeling like a victim in life, when if we can kind of like actually cut those things off and be unchained and unbound and come in and just be honest. That's what I feel like with the tarot. I hope you all have a great Friday. I love you all very much, and I'll see you for the weekend forecast tomorrow. Much love. Peace.